Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I have a 2020 F-150 over here and a 2021 right here. They're both XLT 302As with the chrome package. So let's see how big of an improvement the 2021 is over the 2020. And let me say ahead of time, it's a huge improvement. So let's just start with the 2020 at first. And I actually got kind of lucky that they're both the same color. We still have a few 2020s left over. So this color is actually called magnetic. You can see a little bit of flake there in the sun. All right guys, so starting off here in the front with the 2020, you get halogen reflectors and just a standard bulb for the turn signal. On the 2020, you get LED reflectors for the low beam and high beam, and you get regular bulbs for the turn signal, and you also get LED accent lighting along the bottom there with LED fog lights. And you just have standard fog lights with this one. And these ones both happen to be two-wheel drive. You can see it has a really long, like funny looking air dam on this one. And at least they took out that extra piece. And instead it's behind here and it extends down. You can see that one. It extends down when you're on the highway for better airflow. But at least it looks nicer when the truck is just sitting still like that. Then looking over there, you can see the grille difference between the 2020 right there and 2021. Some people still like the 2020, but I like the 2021. It looks a lot more modern and updated. You can see we have a big hole down here. That's how you know it's a turbo engine, because it has the hole for the intercooler. Same with that one. These both are actually 2.7, so that's perfect. And we'll take it for a short spin later in the video. Real quick, I just wanted to show you guys the wheel difference. So that's what the wheel design looks like on this one. And this is what the wheel design looks like on the 2020. So they're similar, but the 2021 looks a little bit nicer in my opinion. All right, I'm looking at the sides of both trucks. 2020 running board right here, 2021 running board right there. It seems like it's the exact same design, so that's same on both. Looks like we have a Fusion Sport making a lot of noise. On the 2021, you can see the F-150 badge looks like this, and I think that is a real vent right here. So that looks really nice, updated. And the 2020 just has, sorry the sun glare, but just has the F-150 badge right there. Looking at the mirrors, you do get LED turn signals, as well as on the new one you get LED turn signals, and you also get LED spotlights. And I believe this one does not have spotlights. All right, looking at the door handles on both, the updated one has a much nicer modern looking door handle, and also has smart key access where you can lock it and unlock just like this. The new one, or the old one I should say, has no smart key access on XLT trim. And both of them have the keypad. All right, looking at the backs of both trucks, excuse the background noise, there's airplanes and road noise up there. But looking at the backs of each truck, 2020s, you get standard bulbs for the brake light and tail light and turn signal, and you get LEDs for the reverse light. 2020s, it's all standard bulbs, so they made an improvement there. Also, the license plate lights on XLT 302A cars are, I should say trucks, are LED, and on the 2020, they're just standard bulbs. And on the 2020 here, you can see you have your backup camera, but there's no light to light up behind the truck. And on the 2020, and these trucks are spec'd pretty much the exact same. This one actually has a package that this one does not. But you can see you do get an LED light now on XLT 302A. Also backup sensors, which was an option for this truck. All right, I'm looking inside the bed here on the 2020. It does have box lighting, which was included in a package that this one has, and also has that power sliding window. And up there you have the third brake light. It's all standard bulbs on this one, but the bed looks exactly the same on each one. But the new 2021 comes standard with the box lighting and has LED third brake light. I forgot to mention that you do get remote start on the new 2021s, and you also get remote open for the tailgate. This one you have to step up to a lariat to get those features. All right guys, I just hopped inside the 2020 here, started it up. I'm glad I'm inside now because there's so much noise going on outside. But anyway, looking at the door panel here, hard touch, soft touch right here, power windows, all for all four windows. You do get fog lights, and you get a leather wrapped steering wheel on this one. And there's what your gauges look like. Pretty nice setup. It's very straightforward, but once you guys see the 2021s, this looks really outdated. But just looking at the inside here, You can see it's pretty nice. The seats are a little bit of like a scratchy cloth, but maybe that helps for durability. But they're really comfortable. Looking down in this area, this one has the column shifter, as does that one over there. But you have a lot of room, 2 USBs, more room. And then over here, it's like a, not sure what that is. This one was an ex-loaner, so it looks like they forgot to clean that out. But lots of room in here too. Looking up top, you have auto dimming rearview mirror, and you also have LED lighting for the inside, sunglass holder, and here's for your power sliding rear view, or power sliding rear window that one does not have. Looking over here, it's not illuminated. We'll have to check, see if the new one is illuminated, but pretty nice interior. Let's check out the glove box. Does it have a light in it? Yes, it does. That's nice. And I think there was a light in here too. But let's get into the 2021 and see what that looks like. All right, I just hopped inside the 2021, and what a difference. Push button start, and of course this truck is dead. Since that truck over there is dead, which I didn't realize, I'm gonna take this truck on a quick spin for you guys. Let's turn off these lights so it's not so dark. There we go. All right guys, since the 2021 was dead, I got our jumper right there, and since I was already in this truck, I thought I'd take it around the block real quick and show you guys what in the heck is all that noise. Anyway, thought I'd show you guys what it drives like real quick. Very smooth. The driving dynamics should be very similar between both trucks. Let's dip into some throttle here. It's so funny how they have so much torque available at such a low RPM. You just dip into it and you just get rocketed off, if that's a word. Okay, this guy's stopping when he doesn't need to. All right, let's try one more time. Yeah, these trucks are fun, that's for sure. And this is just the 2.7. Keep in mind, you have a 5-liter, a 3.5, and a 3.5 power boost, and a diesel, which I've never tested out before. I don't know if we're ever gonna order that one. And you have the base V6 engine. But this engine is so good. This is a perfect middle-of-the-road engine. All right, we're gonna turn the corner and dip into it a little bit. I'm probably laughing like a loser, but this is pretty fun. All right, we're back to the 2021 here. Pull twice, there we go. Has hydraulic hitch struts, which is really nice. And this is the perfect time to show you guys what the engine looks like. No engine cover on the 2.7, and the battery is over here, so let me get to that. All right, positive first. There we go. And here's our negative. It's really easy to jumpstart these because the battery's so easy to access. And we go like this, and let's start it back up. Looks like our F-150 is alive. Ah, dang it. Well, that didn't go as planned. Let's go check, see if we messed something up. All right, we're back in the 2020 here. I think that 2021 actually has a defective battery, because I remember a long time ago, or not a long time ago, but when that truck just came in, it died on the lot, and it was kind of hard to start it too. So I'm gonna get that worked out, and then I'll catch you guys in a minute. And thought I'd quickly mention, backup camera is really good on the 2020s. I forgot to show you guys a quick look at the back door, but hard touch up here. It's actually hard touch right here, where it was soft in the front. You get power windows, nice seats. There's no center armrest, but they do fold up, and you have lots of room underneath. And over here, you have 2 USBs. I can never open these correctly. There we go. Power outlet and a 12 volt. There's no heated seats or anything, but you do get 2 air vents. So the back seat of the 2020 is pretty nice, but let's hop into 2021. All right, folks, 10.5 years later, we finally got this F-150 started. The original jump box I had did not have enough juice to get it started, so I had to search the whole dealership for that second one. But anyway, Let's turn off the lights so we can get this stuff brighter over here. So you do get the nicer, I think it's 12-inch display. I already have a video going in depth into every single like menu and stuff on this, but this obviously looks much nicer than the 2020. You have a little camera button. You can get a 360 camera as an option on the XLT now, so that's nice. Going down here, you just have the same heated seats, and you have dual zone climate control. It just looks it looks a lot nicer and a lot more modern. Then in here, you have your USB and USB-C, and you have a little phone holder right here and a little storage area right here. So that's pretty much the same as the 2020. Let's check under here. This is actually pretty soft. It feels a little bit nicer than the 2020s. And then you have this little tray and lots of room in there, and I think there is a light, or is there a light? Hold on, let me figure this out real quick. Okay, I found it. It's over here. There's a light right there. So you do get a light in there, so that's nice. Let's put this John back in there. There we go. And looking at the gauge cluster, obviously much nicer than the other one, a lot more modern looking. It looks so much better. I actually kind of like this gauge cluster over the fully digital, but I know the fully digital is nice too. It's just kind of a matter of preference, but this looks really cool. I like the way this looks. Yeah, the column shifter, it does feel nicer to use than the old one, although it is kind of vague when you're going from drive to reverse. Like I find myself often going to park because it's so easy to, let me show you guys. So here you are, you're in drive, you're trying to go in reverse. But see, it goes up to park so easy. So it just takes some getting used to, I'm assuming. And then in there, it doesn't show right now, but that shows your gear. Everything just looks a lot more modern, a lot nicer. Up here, you have soft touch, unlike the 2020. And you also have soft touch right here. Power windows, everything just looks more modern and updated. A lot of room. The stereo actually sounds better in my opinion. I think it has a little bit more bass and a little bit more, a little bit better sounding. Over here, that's nice. There is a light in there, I believe. And you have that. These seats are super soft and cozy. Like the 2020 I showed you kind of had scratchy cloth. This is really soft, nice feeling cloth. And then looking up here, LED lighting right there. No sunroof on this one. This one does not have the option for the rear window. But you do have auto dimming right there. All LEDs up here with your glasses holder. And let's see if there's illumination. Oh, they still don't have the illumination on the XLT. Looking at the back seat here, obviously lots of room. You do have a cup holder up here, which is kind of cool. There's your doors, and it is soft touch back here. It's also soft touch right here, whereas the old one was hard right here and hard right there. Another plane. Look under here, lots of room, just like the 2020 has, and you have the same power adjustments over there as the 2020, except for you have a USB-C now instead of two USBs. So lots of room, very nice back here too. There is no center console or armrest or anything. But now that we just drove the 2020, let's take this one for a spin. And one thing I already know that it's gonna feel like, because I drove so many of these, is the transmission feels a lot smoother on 2021s than it did on 2020s. Nice and smooth transmission. See the gears in the corner right there, over there. Let's turn off onto the street. And one thing that's kind of cool about the way this 10R80 is tuned, as opposed to the old one, is if you give it more throttle, it'll go through 1, 2, 3 like that, instead of going from 1 to 3. So I kind of like the way that is, where if you're driving really soft, it'll skip the gear. But if you're just even a little bit hard on the throttle, it'll go through all gears, or at least 1, 2, and 3. But let's dip into some throttle here. Oh yeah. Feels just like the 2020. As far as like acceleration is concerned, because the horsepower and torque numbers are still the same. But this is a really good engine though. And MPG is also the same. It's 20 city, 26 highway, and 22 combined with the two-wheel drive models. It's kind of fun driving the, ooh. Hear a little bit of turbo sounds out there too. But it's kind of fun driving the two-wheel drive models as opposed to the four-wheel drive when you're just on the street already, because it is a little bit lighter, and I feel like it's a little bit faster when you're already moving. Obviously, four-wheel drive will help you launch better and better in the snow and everything like that, but the two-wheel drive is nice if you're just driving on the street. But look at that gauge cluster. It's so much nicer than the old one. Steering wheel feels really nice too. Like, this leather feels a little bit more smooth than the old one. And then if you go lariat, you get smooth. Whereas on the 2020 model, you had to go to, sorry, just looking over here, you had to go to platinum to get a smooth, platinum or limited, to get a smooth leather on the wheel. But, oh yeah, this feels, it just feels so much more premium. It's such a nice truck now. I mean, the old one was nice too, but old one was nice too. I'm gonna trickle charge the battery and see if it works. If it works, then good. If it still doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to take it to service and get the battery warranted or whatever. All right, folks, we got it all plugged up to the trickle charger. So we'll see if after this is done, if the battery still works right. If it does, then it doesn't need a new battery. So hopefully that's the case. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys like the 2021 redesign better? Do you guys like the 2020? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.